Okay, welcome to your TOEFL integrated essay practice. Thank you for sending the reading. I may look back at this uh, if we need to add more details. Okay, so maybe you type this yourself. I see a few mistakes, like meerkat is spelled with an R, but here it looks correct. Okay, but anyways, thank you for sending that. That makes it easier for me to give you good feedback. Okay, for the integrated essay, you only get 20 minutes, so about 225 words is good. And you have close to that, 218 words. So try to work a little faster, try to get a little over 225 words. Right now, you're at 218. Okay, so your conclusion looks good length, and usually there are 3 points of difference, so this looks good. However, your introduction looks too brief, too short. So just one sentence is not good enough. So try to have two sentences. Have one sentence on the reading, just basically say in a one sentence summary, what does the author say? Then finish the paragraph with one sentence on the listening. And usually it's something like the lecturer cast doubt on the main ideas of the reading passage. Okay, so let's see what you did. The professor and the author of the reading passage contradict one another on about what? On the topic. At least say the topic. The topic is altruism. Okay, so better than that would be to say something about what the author said, like the author introduced the topic of altruism and gave examples from humans and meerkats. Then you could say something like, however, then give a sentence on the lecture. The lecturer casts doubt on the author's ideas. Okay, so please have a longer introduction. Let me put a note at the bottom. Try to have a two-sentence introduction next time. Okay, let's look at the first point of difference. First, the reading passage says, okay, when you use this verb, the subject should be a person. So the reading passage doesn't say anything. The author says. And it's actually better to say states for the author. The lecturer says. But a little better to say the author states, but definitely don't say the reading passage says. Okay, the author states that donating organs to other people, such as family and strangers, one of goes with plural, like one of my friends, one of my teachers. One of the examples of altruism, altruism actions. Here you have two nouns together. When possible, the first should be an adjective. So what is the adjective form of altruism? This is a noun. The adjective is altruistic. Okay, examples of altruistic actions: has little benefit for the provider. On the other hand, this is good. In the lecture, the professor takes the position that to donate organs is a wonderful action. Need an here. This is not a big mistake on TOEFL, but I do correct these mistakes when I see them. So a wonderful action because a lot of people in society appreciate the provider. This is so clear that this is like a reward. Okay, so altruism means there's no reward. So appreciate the provider. Let's make this clearer, and this appreciation is a kind of reward. This directly contradicts what the reading passage indicates. Okay, on the integrated essay, you don't really have to do that unless you're very fast. Like if you're doing 300 words, maybe this is good. But being clear about the differences is more important. So this is more important than this. So make sure your ideas are very clear. Okay, second difference. In addition, the author of the reading passage mentions, this is good. The author mentions, that's good, that a sentinel meerkat, let's add an R, is hungry when others look for predators. Well, this is not correct. So a sentinel is like a guard. So the sentinel meerkat is hungry when others look for, they're looking for food. Predators are enemies, the animals that want to kill the meerkats. So the meerkat is looking for predators, and the others are looking for food. Okay, when others look for, better to say hunt. Hunt animals or eat animals. But anyways, I think you're trying to say hunt animals. They're hunting. Maybe you want to say they're eating the animals they have killed. Okay, but those others, they're not looking for the predators. The sentinel looks for the predators, and the others are looking for the animal. They are predators. The others are predators, hunting animals. So make sure you understand the meaning of the word predator. However, the professor argues that the sentinel meerkat, not meerkat, but meerkat, full his stomach because he eat. So he, she, it, remember subject-verb agreement, that should be eats. He eats food, not at first, but first. You don't need at. and it is an important point that is not considered by the author of the reading passage. Okay, and let's see. This is awkward. Argues that the sentinel meerkat full his stomach. We need a verb. You can say fills his stomach, or that the sentinel meerkat's stomach is full. I think that sounds less awkward. So meerkat's stomach, let's move this word. Is full because he eats food first, and it is an important point that is not considered by the author of the reading passage. Okay, again, this is, good, but you need to make your idea a little clearer. So the meerkat's stomach is full. What does that mean? So I guess you're saying it probably is a he. So he, the meerkat, or the sentinel, or the guard. Sentinel is a guard, so the guard is not actually being altruistic. And then you could start a new sentence if you have time. I would say this is an important point. But again, this is more important to do this, to make your idea clear. Make the difference clear. Okay, next paragraph. It is also mentioned in the reading that the sentinel meerkat, and it's one person like he, she, it. So for subject verb agreement, what should this be? I think you know this should be sacrifices himself for helping other meerkats when they meet at. Meet at is a place, like let's meet at a club, meet at a bar, meet at Starbucks. But for a situation, we don't say meet at, just meet a danger situation. Again, you have two nouns together. The first noun should be an adjective. So that should be dangerous. Okay. By contrast, in the lecture, the professor claims the sentinel meerkat escape. So it's like he, she, it. So what should this be? Escapes. But better than escapes would be can escape. From the predator, firster. I think you're trying to say faster. That. So we say ER, like faster, slower. You should say than, not that. Faster than any friends of them. Okay, but we're not the meerkat sentinel is not them. It's, I guess, a he. So I would just say any of its friends. any of its friends, not their friends. It's just one meerkat. This is another example of how the professor and the author of the reading passage contradict one another. Again, when you're doing, like 280, 300 words, this is good, but focus more on making your ideas clearer. So the professor claims sentinel meerkat can escape from the predator faster than any other of its friends. So what? So what does that mean? So the sentinel is, last time we said not actually, so let's say just a little differently, is not, let's say the sentinel's action, like guarding, is not really, I'm thinking here, okay, um, okay, just is not really altruistic. Okay, make the idea very clear. So is it altruistic or is it not altruistic? Okay, therefore, the main points made by the professor cast doubt on the main points made by the author of the reading passage. And what is the topic on altruism? Bring back the topic. Okay. All right. So be careful about subject verb agreement, like he, she, it, guards, like that. A lot of times you're forgetting the final S on the verb. And that looks a little low level. Okay, I realize you're not low level, you're just forgetting to do that. So be careful with that. And again, instead of having these concluding sentences, make sure that you're making your ideas very clear. So usually the three ideas are differences. So make the ideas, usually it's differences. Sometimes it's similarities or examples. Examples. But almost always it's difference. Okay, so make these ideas clearer. And don't worry so much about concluding sentences until you get much faster, like 280 words. But your word count is pretty good, but these type of sentences are very easy to write, and the reader knows that. Okay, so maybe you've learned how to do this, and you're thinking, oh, I can get a good word count by doing this, but it's too easy. Okay, so instead of that, do the more difficult work of making your ideas clearer. Okay, and that will get you better content, which will get you a better score. Okay, and definitely make your introduction longer. 2 sentences. 1 sentence on the reading, finish the introduction with 1 sentence on the lecture. Okay, and that will get you a much better score. So right now your work is kind of average, which is too bad because I can tell that you understood the listening and the reading pretty well. Okay, so don't feel discouraged. You just need more practice. But you can easily improve. Okay, the introduction, definitely, that's easy for you to improve. So this is not good enough. The professor and the author, the reading passage contradict one another. About what? Okay, at least give the topic. What is the topic? On the topic of altruism. But it would be much better for you to say something like the reading passage or the author of the reading passage explains about altruism and gives examples from humans and animals. However, comma, the lecturer casts doubts on casts doubt on the main ideas of the reading passage. So that's what you want to do. One sentence on the reading, finish with the sentence on the listening. So that's easy for you to do. So I just want to stress that because many students get discouraged and feel they can't do it. It's very, very easy for you to get over average, like at least 3, and think a little bit more about subject-verb agreement and making your ideas clearer. And pretty soon, I hope you can get like 1 point up, like 3.5 out of 5, and that would be good progress. Okay, so that's all for now. Good luck to you.